Hello everyone and welcome! Are you ready to level up your English grammar? Today, we're going to learn a super important rule. How to change verbs when we talk about he, she, or it. It's easier than you think. And by the end of this video, you'll be a pro. Let's get started. So, what is the third person singular? It's just a fancy way of saying he, she, or it. When we use these words, the verb that follows them needs a little change. The most common rule is super simple. You just add an S to the end of the verb. For example, the verb play. We say I play, you play, we play, and they play. But when we talk about him, we say he plays. See? Just add an S. She plays. It plays. Let's try another one. Run. He runs. She runs. Or eat. He eats. She eats. Easy, right? Just add that S. But wait, there are a few more little rules we need to know. What happens if a verb ends in a specific sound? If the verb ends in C, H, S, H, X, or O, we don't just add an S. Instead, we add E's. This makes the word easier to say. For example, the verb watch. Because it ends in CH, we say he watches TV or she watches a movie. Notice that watches sound. Let's look at wash. It ends in SH. So, we say he washes his car. What about go? It ends in O. So, we say she goes to school. And fix. It ends in X. He fixes the bike. It's all about making the pronunciation smooth. Now for our final rule. This one is about verbs that end in the letter Y. Here, you have to look at the letter that comes right before the Y. If it's a consonant, like D, R, or T, you need to change the Y to I and then add E's. Let's take the verb study. The letter before Y is D, which is a consonant. So, we drop the Y and add IES. He studies English. She studies hard. What about the verb cry? R is a consonant, so it becomes the baby cries. But what if the letter before the Y is a vowel, like a E, I, O, or U? In that case, you just follow the first rule and add an S. For example, play. The letter A is a vowel, so it just becomes he plays. Or enjoy. She enjoys the music. So remember, look at the letter before the Y. Okay, time for some practice to make sure you've got it. I'll show you a sentence with I, and you change it for he or she. Ready? Let's start. I go to the park. What about him? He goes to the park. Great job. Next one. I study for my test. How about her? She studies for her test. Perfect. Let's do another. I wash the dishes. What about him? He washes the dishes. You're doing great. One more. I play the guitar. How about her? She plays the guitar. See? You're getting the hang of it. Keep practicing these, and they will become second nature. Before we finish, let's talk about a very common mistake. Many learners forget to add the S or E's. They might say, she'll play football. But now you know that's not quite right. The correct way is, she plays football. Always remember that he, she, and it are special and need that verb change. It's a small detail, but it makes a big difference in sounding more natural when you speak English. So, watch out for that little S. Alright, let's do a quick review. For most verbs with he, she, or it, you just add an S. If the verb ends in CH, SH, XS, or O, you add E's. And if it ends in a consonant plus Y, you change the Y to IES, that's it. Now you know how to use verbs correctly in the third person singular. The key is to keep practicing until it becomes automatic. Great work today! Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more English tips. See you next time!